Welcome to BeeGraphy. In this tutorial, we'll show you how to create a hexagonal curve using curve editing, polygon generation, rotation, and offsetting techniques. This tutorial demonstrates how to create a 3D hexagonal structure along a curve. Starting with a simple curve, the video shows how to generate hexagons at intervals along its length, then rotate and offset them to create a more complex and visually interesting form. Finally, the hexagons are extruded and a material is applied to create the final 3D structure. The tutorial highlights the flexibility of BeeGraphy's node-based system for parametric design, allowing users to easily adjust parameters like curve shape, hexagon size, offset distance, and rotation to create numerous variations. First, we'll set up a range input node to control the width of our curve. Let's define the minimum value as 100 and the maximum as 200 with a step of 1. This will allow us to easily adjust the width later. Next, we'll create a curve using the curve editor node. Click and drag to add points, defining the shape of the curve. You can adjust the control handles to fine-tune the curvature. Now let's create two construct point nodes. These will serve as points on the curve for subsequent operations. Our curve will click between these 2 points. To ensure the constructed curve is between these 2 points, we will use the Connect with Curve node. Select the nodes, right-click, and choose Hide to remove unnecessary geometries. To create multiple points along the curve, we'll use the Divide by Count node. Set the count to 10 to divide the curve into 10 segments. Set the minimum to 10, the maximum to 15, and the step to 1. And name it Count. Now we will construct a polygon using those points. Now let's create planes at each division point. Use the Plane XC node to create planes aligned with the XC plane. To define the radius of the polygon, create a range input node with a minimum of 50 and a maximum of 100. Name it diameter. Divide the diameter by 2. Select the nodes, right-click, and choose Hide to remove unnecessary geometries. To orient the hexagons correctly, we'll rotate them. Add a Rotate node and connect the polygons. Use a vector Y as the rotation axis and connect a range input for the angle to control the rotation dynamically. The rotation angle will be determined using a list sequence node. We'll set the step using a range input node with a minimum of 2, a maximum of 20, and name it Step. The count will be equal to the number of polygons. To convert the rotation angle from degrees to radians, we will use the deg2rad node. Select the nodes, right-click, and choose Hide to remove unnecessary geometries. To work with individual curves of the hexagons, use the Explode node to separate them. Use the Remove by Index node to remove the curve at a specific index. Connect a range input to control which curve is removed. We will set the range from 0 to 5, since the polygon has 6 sides and the calculation starts from 0. To combine the remaining curves into a single object, use the Join node. To smooth the corners, use the Fillet Geometry node. Connect a range input to control the fillet radius. We can hide the remaining geometry to see what we have obtained. Now offset the curve. Use the Offset Curve node and connect the Join curve. Set the offset type to arc and adjust the distance using another range input node. To create a surface from the offset curve, use the Curve to Surface node. Extrude the surface to give it thickness. Connect the Extruded Surface node and specify a vector for the extrusion direction, setting it to a vector y. We will determine the thickness by dividing the width by the number of polygons. The final touch involves enhancing the visual appeal of our spiral tube by applying material properties. The Apply Material node allows us to structure a realistic appearance by setting parameters such as color, metallicity, roughness, and opacity. Thanks for watching. We hope this tutorial helped. For more on computational design, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to get the notifications. See you in the next tutorial.